Golf News RI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. Happy Thursday. As usual, I'm Joe Calabro. That's Rich Capali. What's up, Mr. Rich? How are you doing today?
Not bad. Another day, beautiful day wasted at work. Another beautiful golf day. Other than that, got lots to talk about this weekend. Talk about this show. Sorry. More importantly, the Pga Championship. Golf plans this weekend, and let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So actually, right off the top, I just want to give a shout out to my brother who graduated from Bryant today with a master's degree. So congrats to him. And I'll be meeting them up for dinner or drinks or whatever after this. So congrats to him. Big accomplishment. And now we can finally be done with school.
Yeah.
And
you're on the road.
We can be done with it. Lynn Miller says, good evening. Tina Signori, thanks for watching from the other room. And anyway, so lots to get to, lots of local stuff to get to. A big announcement coming up just on what's happening on our website tomorrow. Actually, it's a really big deal. I can't stress that enough. But let's get into it. I have a bunch of Pga Championship thoughts. Some of it off of my preview that went up this morning. But your opening thoughts on the PGA? I know we didn't watch a ton of it. We did some late research, but what are your thoughts on some of the scores?
Yeah, no, I only got to watch about 20 minutes of it on my break. Course is tough. Playing for 7,800 yards today. This weekend. That's almost 8,000 yards. That's insane. The wind's blowing. The greens are really, really tough to stick. Brooks, I did not expect Brooks to be tied for the lead. I forgot to do a little gambling corner. My picks this week I made them last night. Spieth, JT, and Hovland. Those are my three winners. Separate winners, of course. I may dabble. There is a bunch of three ball selections in the Rhode Island Sportsbook app that you guys can take a look at. I got to look at that later once I get myself squared away. Who did we say was in the lead?
Corey Connors.
Corey Connors. Yeah, we don't know much about him. Phil, 2 under.
Phil made a terrible start.
Terrible start. But like I said, Brooks, I did not expect, especially how bad he looked at the Masters, meaning like knee-wise. Right. Not that he played overly terrible. I mean, he didn't play great.
He did play terrible.
But I mean, that was to be expected. Like he couldn't even flex his knee to read a putt or like mark his ball or anything like that. That's my surprise right now. My Spieth even right now. That's fine. 5 back. I'll take that all day. I'm looking forward till tomorrow. I actually have the day off. Me and you are playing around, but I'm actually looking forward to actually like diving in and watching some coverage tomorrow, especially with the great SVP.
Absolutely. So that's some opening thoughts on the PGA Championship. I have a bunch of other in-depth thoughts, again, based off of my preview, which we'll get into in a bit. I do want to hit on some local stuff because that's what our purpose is. Last week was the first real weekend, other than a couple of Kings Crossing tournaments and maybe a Triggs one, where we covered some tournaments. It was really a cool experience. It was really a cool thing that happened, which was at the heart of my idea. I have to find the story. So obviously, we reported that Pete Jacobone and Kenny Richardson won the Alpine Member Member. So congrats to them. This is going back to last weekend. So in case you're wondering where this information is coming from, and then I have to find this real quickly, as I gotta find it. And then one cool thing that happened on Sunday, Alpine had their ladies memorial tournament, and Sue Barricelli won.
I know her.
Perfect. Exactly.
I was like, wait a second, I know her.
You do know her. You know why?
I don't.
Because she works at Cello's in Greenville.
She does. She's the manager. And I was like, I know her. That's awesome.
And so I shared this story.
I was like, she looks real familiar.
So the story is, it's funny that you caught on to this. So the story is that on our website, the headline is Barricelli wins Alpine's.
I can't wait to see her the next time I go to
So I shared the story to my personal Facebook page. I share all our content. And all of a sudden, all these people started commenting like, "Oh my God, we know her.
Yeah.
That's Sue B."
Yeah,
and
from Cellos.
And all of a sudden, all these random people, not
That's
random people, they're
awesome.
for my friends, but these people started recognizing it. And it's like, "Oh my God, we had no idea she had game."
Right? That's awesome. I can't wait to see her.
So that was a really cool thing. And I was reading the comments, and I was like, boy, at the heart of Golf News RI, what we're trying to build, like this is it.
Of course,
Right?
that's what it's for.
This is the heart of.
That's
Obviously,
what
we
it's
cover the
for.
news.
I looked at the picture. I'm like, I know who that is.
Right. So that's a
That's
cool little
funny.
story
Yeah.
that emerged just from us covering this tournament. No one else you would have never known.
Nope.
Right.
That's crazy.
Who knew she had some game? So
Shit,
next
I
time
can't wait to talk to her.
Is she a bartender?
No, I think she's a manager.
Oh, she's
I think she's a manager. Yeah.
Nice.
Like a floor manager, you know?
Yeah.
Walks around the table, say hi,
Right,
how's the food, stuff like that.
All right. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I didn't mean to feel about all that last weekend.
I can't wait to see her.
I thought that was a cool little story, and again, that's kind of at the heart of what we're trying to do. On a local level. Obviously, the big stories are the big stories, but that was kind of a cool little thing. So if you go to Cellos in Greenville, and you see her, say congrats on the win.
Tournament, yeah.
Who knows? She probably could beat you in golf now. Now you know.
Probably. Jesus.
Now you know.
Those private clubs have some lady sticks there.
Yeah.
They have some golfers.
And then congrats to. I didn't put their first names. I was trying to prepare quickly because I was running late from the commencement ceremony. But the RI Senior Football.
We forgive you.
The RI Senior Football was earlier this week at Cranston Country Club, and Potawatomi's Rob Grosguth and West Warwick's John Napolillo won. They posted a best ball score of 68 in the final round. 5 under for the tournament, 2 wins. So congrats to them. Speaking of state tournaments, Monday we start the first qualifier for the RI Amateur. A bunch of local guys are playing. A lot of people that we know. And that's at Swansea.
Are you qualifying?
No. No. You can't.
You sure?
Yeah. No.
Those four irons you hit on Monday.
They tried to. Tommy McCormick was busting my balls last week. He was trying to get me to qualify. He's like, you can't shoot 80 at Crystal Lake. No, actually I can't.
No. I can't shoot 85 at Crystal Lake.
So no. It would be funny to try. It would be entertaining
that
to try.
That would be crazy.
It would be good content, but
and Swansea and Crystal Lake aren't overly hard. Crystal Lake depends on the wind, and Swansea's great. There's not a lot of danger there. You just got to play well.
Right. So that's really exciting. That's coming on Monday, so we'll have coverage of that. I don't know if I'm going to go to it. It's just a qualifier. It's not all that exciting.
So what day is it?
Monday, the first qualifier.
I can't make it.
And then there's 2 more in early June. Obviously Foster, and then Crystal Lake is the last one. And then the all of a sudden we're in July and it's amateur time. So we'll have plenty of amateur coverage.
Almost the end of May already. It's crazy. We were complaining about the cold.
I know. Now it's 90 degrees.
Now it's 90. I brought the hot weather back from Florida.
Thank you for that.
Yes, it was miserable.
So that is what we have going on the amateur level. We definitely have tons of amateur coverage. And from a Kirkpatrick's perspective, I'm hearing that there's 10 or 11 guys that can possibly make it, which would be great for the club. And also be great for me because it's easy to get into with those guys.
Right. The best comprehensive coverage in the state.
Just hope
from a news outlet.
Just hope it's an all Kirkpatrick final. We'll be all set.
Jeez.
Anyway, so that's some of the local stuff going on there, and then obviously on Tuesday, actually, we have the girls' high school state championship at Warwick Country Club. I would have to believe that Kylie Eaton is favored to win that.
Yes.
So
probably.
So that's Tuesday, and then the week after that is the boys' high school state championship.
It's coming to a close.
And that's a 2-day event. And that's going to be really fascinating because there's lots of good players.
Yep.
Lots of kids contending for a title. A lot of seniors that didn't get to play last year because of the pandemic.
I still feel bad for those seniors last year.
Now they're trying to get it back, and et cetera, et cetera. And then on the 28th, we have the NCAA championship starts. And Oklahoma and Georgia Tech both made it. Obviously, Patrick Welch and Will Dixon.
As a side note, I'd love to see on the broadcast of the ladies' side how much scrutiny the NCAA gets for what they did.
They should. Well, they've been against scrutiny.
They
all
should
week
be
long.
kissing Barstool's feet so bad that they actually like put something together for these girls and not just like kick their asses to the curb.
Thank you for not saying the other word.
Yeah.
Although you just said it anyway. So it
Yeah,
doesn't make a
well,
difference.
I mean-
There's no FCC regulations on Facebook.
Yeah, no, we can get into that later if we have time. But yeah, I'm still very, very.
Now, is that Barstool tournament held somewhere locally, or where
It's
is it?
in it's in Arizona.
Oh, it's in
I'll
Arizona.
I'll get a name. But yeah, they legit put it together in like 4 days. It's insane, absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
put the funds together. Talk to the NCAA. It's not a commissioned NCAA tournament, but they're allowed to wear their colors. They're allowed to wear their bags, all that stuff. They allowed them to do that under an exception. So I think the NCAA knew they messed up like bad, which is why they're letting Barstool do this. Normally they don't give a crap about anybody. You know what I mean? The NCAA is just in it for money, all this stuff. But I think they realized they screwed up. And if you guys want to learn more about it, go on the Barstool app, and it's called the Let Them Play tournament. So
it's going to count toward the NCAA tournament, right?
No, it's not. It's not a sanctioned NCAA event. It's I forget what Riggs called it. Like I said, they're allowed to wear their school colors, the logos, like on their bags and stuff like that. Whereas when they compete in amateur things, they're not allowed to wear like their logos and stuff like that. I just found that out today. So,
really? I didn't know that. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When they come to the Northeast Amateur, they're all wearing their school colors.
I heard different. I heard that. I heard different. I'm not sure. Agree to disagree at this point, but I heard there's certain stipulations that the NCAA has that like they're weird about. So I'm not really sure.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I don't know. I'm not gonna. There's no reason
maybe competing as a team too. That aspect of it, stuff like that. But whatever. Shout out to the Barstool, Portnoy, Riggs, all these guys for putting this together because it's absolutely fantastic. The NCAA did these girls dirty to the fullest, especially after what happened last year with the no fault of the NCAAs with the pandemic and all that. But all these girls got screwed out of their seasons last year, so props to them for doing it.
Absolutely. So that's all coming. So next week's a busy week, I guess.
I guess so.
Apparently,
actually the tournament's actually going on right now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, for the
Barstool tournament.
Yeah, Barstool tournament during a major championship weekend. Then we got all of our high school championship stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's gonna be crazy.
It's coming up to the busy time of the season. This week was busy, and all kinds of stuff going on. So that's what we have coming up. That's some of the local stuff. On my level, we have our first Ryder Cup qualifier on Saturday, so we'll have some results of that. Unfortunately,
good sleep on Friday.
My tea time's not till 11 a.m., so I'll be able to.
You sleep in a little bit.
Be able to sleep, I guess.
Have a nice breakfast.
So there's that, and I know other tournaments are going on as well. So again, we'll continue with the local coverage and see if we can uncover some more stories that are similar to the woman from Cello. So anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's still nuts.
Yep. So that is what we have going on now. Next Saturday, we promoted it with an article. King's Crossing, your club, is going to host an open question book signing with Peter May. That's from 4 to 5 p.m. It's open to the public. Anyone can come. He's bringing a bunch of books, but if you want to pre-order the book or just go to the store and get it, or not pre-order, but order the book yourself and bring it, or go to the store and get it, whatever, you can do that as well, obviously, and he'll sign it. So that's coming up, super exciting. It's going to be a signing, and then we're going to do like a little bit of like a question and answer type of thing. And that's at King's Crossing, and their whiskey and whiskey and
wine and whiskey. Yeah, it's the place where we watch golf.
Yeah,
pretty much.
My mother says shout out to Nikki. I already did, Mom. Sorry, you missed it. Yeah, my brother got his master's degree today, so congrats to him. As I said off the top of the show. So there's that. So that's some of the local stuff going on. As I mentioned, what do you have going on for golf? Obviously, we're playing tomorrow afternoon.
Playing tomorrow with the boys. And then good to see the boys tomorrow.
You're playing Sunday. Or
yeah.
Sunday?
Normal foursome. Hopefully the storms lay off. It looks like it's going to be a little crappy out. But You said 90, and it looks like it's going to storm a little bit. Hopefully we get it in. I'm playing at 7:45, so hopefully we'll get it in. Anyways, yeah, and just looking to play more golf, man. I mean, thankfully the hot weather's here, and it's going to be a good summer.
Yeah, you brought it back when you were from Florida.
I did, because it was looking brutal there for the first first week, end of April, first week of May.
Absolutely. So we're back to the PGA Championship. I know people want to discuss that. Some other things going on around the golf world. Have you seen Kings Crossing since the changes?
I played there Sunday.
I know we talked about it briefly last week, but this is your first. I think it's your first time playing.
Yeah,
some of the changes, not major changes, but what do you think?
The bunker on the side of one, right side of one, short. That is been filled in. It's all put turf on it. All the changes that are made are ground under repair for the next month or two. So that way, once we get into actual tournament season, they'll be in play. The bunker on I did not hit that on either time. The bunker on 6, I did hit once on the back.
Tough out?
No, I picked it up because it's ground.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
So, if I slice my drive off the tee, where that's going to be a problem for me, especially for the long hitters. And then what was the other one? All the tee boxes on 3 look mint. He's letting them grow out. Other than that, the course is actually a lot better than what I left it in before I left for Florida. The greens are pretty much 100% healed from the aeration, so we're good to go till the fall. So definitely come down, play, talk to Peter and Rob about membership inquiries, all that stuff, and I even can get you some information too. But yeah, affordable membership, great food, good people. You get to see my pretty face down there every weekend. But yeah.
So that's coming up Monday. Let's just recap because we should have mentioned it. Monday, me and you played at Valley, and Michael Callahan's tournament Chase for a Cure. He's going to have results to us as far as how much money was raised and all that stuff for the next, I think, few days. He said or whatever.
Yeah, he said probably it'll take about a week to put together.
Get them to me, and we'll publish it, or he'll come back on the show. Whatever he wants to do is fine with us. Yep. We'll figure it out. But we had a lot of fun. We almost won the tournament, just me and you.
I know.
That
par on the last hole really still. Not that it meant anything. It meant something to me. But we had 4 looks at it, and we missed all 4. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Now,
you said in your review,
which I thought was completely fair, by the way.
Of course,
I thought it was completely fair review. And no one's got mad at us or said anything. I'm just saying.
Greens, A++++. Fantastic. No pitch marks, no burn marks from the pitch marks. Collars were great. Rough was great around the green. Bunkers were pretty much pristine. Everything that had to do with the green, A++ approaches, everything. Tee boxes, A. Nothing was wrong. No divots, no nothing. Fairways, rough. The fairways were rough. And that they stated that because of the well running dry and stuff like that.
Decided,
it was rough. I mean, when we hit a drive, which we pretty much hit the fairway on most of our drives, we had to move it within a club length to actually get on some grass, unfortunately. But for the value, I'm not sure what they're getting. What are they getting for around there now that it's semi? What is it like?
I mean, that tournament they're doing the Memorial Tournament was
85 for non-members. I think yeah,
something like that. I don't know
for the value of and to say that you played it, I get to say that
area is beautiful. I mean, it's not as nice as Kirkbride. I'm not saying
the clubhouse fantastic. The clubhouse, the food great. Clubhouse, the restaurant awesome. Clubhouse awesome. The deck is great. It overlooks is it 10, 1, 7. It's fantastic. They had just redone the patio, I think 2 years ago. And yeah, fantastic. Great place to have a wedding if you guys are looking. Are you guys are looking into that? But yeah, the only thing that I have to say is just the fairways. That's it. Rough was fine. Bunker is great. Everything else was fine.
But we didn't hit any bunker shots, thankfully.
We didn't have to. Yeah, we didn't have to. Yeah.
So thankfully, one of us was always in play. So that was Monday. So I hope Michael raised a lot of money for some. We have to meet little Chase.
I had no idea he was even sitting next to me.
Yeah, he's getting ready to have a spinal fusion surgery in whatever they said, a couple of weeks or whatever it was. So pretty sad. I was obviously sad, but hopefully he gets better. He was in good spirits.
Oh, he was bouncing around, man. That was great.
You never know.
He scared the crap out of me. He was standing right next to me. I didn't even know he was there.
So that was Monday, and you can read the course review of Valley if you want. It was a big read for people because obviously they've been in the news lately. And again, I thought we wrote a completely fair review. We cited all the stuff, and I thought other than the fairways, I thought the entire day was great. 90% of the
65 Monday through Thursday, 65 with a cart. Friday, Sunday, and holiday 70.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible, especially given the fact that you could say you played one of the premier private courses in the state. You know what I mean? At one time, they really were. Yep. So yeah, yeah. And then they shout out to them for the Memorial Day golf tournament, May 31st, 1 p.m. shotgun scramble format. Valley members 50, non-members and guests 85. That includes golf cart prizes and lunch on the course. Make your own foursome, 3 division. They got male, female, and mixed. Sign up in the pro shop or call Valley. The number is on their website.
We also put an article up about that on our website as well. If you need extra, and you don't have to be a member. Obviously, Valley is now semi-private, but you have to keep reminding people because it's
which is all the more reason to at least play it once before
you can play. The thing is open to the public.
Yeah. $65 Monday through Thursday, 70 on the weekends. I mean, 75 on the weekend. That's really not that bad.
A couple comments here before we hit the commercial break. Mario Martone says,
Mario
says Sunday is going to be a dry heat.
Ain't going to be no dry heat, Mario. There's supposed to be rain. That means it's going to be 90% humidity.
So Mario, is that pants weather? I think that sounds like pants weather.
Oh God.
Uncle Bob says beat down coming on Friday.
Oh boy.
So
you said you have a hard leave at 5. You better beat us before 5 though.
My dad says, Rich, does your boss know you're golfing Friday?
I'm actually playing with one of them. Yes, he does.
So those are a couple.
It's gonna be a fun one tomorrow, boys.
Yeah, should be quite something. But that's what we have. Those couple of comments. Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching the show. We already have some guests on. We are, once amateur stuff starts, we're gonna have tons of people on and all kinds of different things planned. And so that is coming up then. After this commercial break, we're going to talk about a big announcement that Golf News UI has coming tomorrow. Really exciting stuff. And then we're going to get back into the PGA Championship, have some thoughts on rangefinders, which seems like a non-factor, and some thoughts on everything else going on.
Sorry, we're looking at the hockey scores.
Everything else going on in the golf world as well. So we're going to hit this commercial break, and we'll get into some of that stuff. So stay tuned, everybody. Billy Andrade joins the show. Billy, thanks so much for doing this, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm very excited to be joined by an 11-time Emmy Award winner, and that is Armin Katayan.
Massachusetts Women's Amateur Champion Allison Paik.
The days of the country club just being golf and maybe one amenity are gone. Unfortunately, Metacomet doesn't have those.
Has a very rare condition called kyphoscoliotic Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and at the time of diagnosis, there was only 60 documented cases in the world.
I mean, we legitimately played the last 4 holes at Newport National. You could not see 50 yards.
And we are back. It's a new promo that we aired or debuted last week. So anyway, we're back at it. So big announcement coming tomorrow for Golf News RI. We are launching a partnership with Pinned Golf. You may have heard of it. They do some work with the NEPGA. They do some work with Barstool. A lot of work with Barstool, actually. And now tomorrow we're launching a partnership with them. It's really a huge deal for us. They've been around for 3 years. They're based in Massachusetts. And I met the kid, Alec Lorenzo, who was supposed to be on tonight with us, but his grandmother passed away. So we're moved this next week, which is fine. So we're super excited for that. So the deal is starting tomorrow or at 12:01 tonight, if you want to be technical. There's going to be.
You want to be anxious?
If you're anxious, if you really need that, if you really need a rangefinder, starting tomorrow, there's going to be a graphic on our website. Rich has seen it. It looks really, really cool. And you click on it. You can buy a rangefinder. There's a disc in the graphic. There's a discount code. The discount code is simply Golf News RI. Caps don't matter. You can just type it in. You don't have to worry about capital G and capital N and all this other stuff. Just type it in, and you get a discount off of whatever purchases you make from them by using our code. And obviously, it tracks they see us through our website and et cetera, et cetera. So it's a huge deal. They have a huge social media following, at least on Instagram, anyways. Over 6,000 people following, and so we're super excited for that. So again, there'll be an art club going up tomorrow morning announcing it. It'll be in the e-blast, and also the graphic will be on our website, so you can't mess up. And so big announcement for us, super exciting.
Dude,
stuff.
When you told me that, I immediately thought of the big guns like Barstool, and that's a fantastic get. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get my hands on one of these rangefinders. I don't currently use a pin one right now, but I'm in the process of trying to get one. And I will, when I get my hands on one, I will definitely do a review on it so you guys know what you're getting. I just gotta get my hands on one, so stay tuned.
Well, Rich, you can click our graphic tomorrow.
I will. Maybe I will.
Use a discount code.
Yeah, there we go.
You give us a little love, you know. So we will post. We'll be all about that tomorrow. We'll blast it out on our social media. I'll make sure Rich shares it. If not, I'll come over and share it for him, and I'll put it on Instagram and everything like that, so you'll be able to find what you need. So that's super exciting for us. And again, that's tomorrow. The plan is for Alec Lorenzo, who's one of the co-founders, to come on the show next week and talk about their product, why they decided to do it. It'll be the little golf innovation segment. So pretty cool stuff. So anyway, that's coming tomorrow. Don't worry, you'll see it all over the place. And also a quick thanks to our first advertiser, Alex Rahab, Rahab Law. Thanks to him. He's just started this week. So if you need any real estate services and things like that nature, be sure to call him. But thanks to him for that. So that's enough of the housekeeping stuff. Let's get into some more in-depth PGA Championship stuff. So that's something crazy just broke locally, which they didn't, because I would have known. Let's get into the PGA Championship stuff. We gave some thoughts on the leaderboard early on. In my preview that went up this morning, I did a whole section on rangefinders. It was a big deal with a PGA America.
I completely forgot about that.
Most people did.
Yeah.
PGA America is allowing rangefinders. We just talked about rangefinders.
Yeah, crazy.
It was just a coincidence, folks. I swear.
I swear.
It's allowing rangefinders for the PGA Championship this week. There was some mixed reaction to it. Most players, in fact, said they didn't think it was going to help them. They didn't think it was going to slow down. They thought it was going to slow down play. It wasn't going to speed it up. And I think who was it that said? I can't think of the person that said it, but they said, they said unless Mike Hay has been revamping his whole methods to use a rangefinder, we're going to use the book.
That's so funny because one of the.
What are your thoughts on that? And from what I said, now I didn't watch every hour of it today. I'll probably see more of it tomorrow. Yeah. We'll have it on our phones or whatever on the course, but I didn't see too many people using it.
No, so it's so funny you should say that because one of the guys that I play with on the weekend, Armin, he goes, "You played this course 1,000 times. Why do you need a rangefinder?" You know what I mean? And it's so true. Like, I mean, if you're a member of a place, odds are you've ended up in that one spot at least 5 or 10 times. You know what I mean? So I agree. It'll slow down play. Unless you're in a spot. The only reason I say it's cool is because a lot of these guys haven't played this course before. I think Rory might be the only one.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, I mean Rory might be the only one.
There's older guys. I mean Mickelson.
Oh, of course, yeah, like
actual
actual contenders. You know what I mean?
But generally speaking.
So I think for one tournament a year, I think it's okay. You know what I mean? I agree with it, especially because these guys haven't played these courses before. They get one or two practice rounds.
Yeah.
Most of them don't even play a full 18. They'll do 9 on the front, 9 on the back, or back front. You know, whatever the hell it is. And that's it. Go play a major tournament. You know what I mean? Winds, tournament conditions, stuff like that. So, I think it's okay. You're probably going to get the Prisses crying about Bryson-like times and, trying to get the exact distance to the sand or, whatever it is. I say, screw it. One tournament a year. Why not? That's what I think,
But the thing is, and like we said today, we didn't see anybody using it. Todd Lewis reported that Bryson DeChambeau used it on one hole because he was way offline, naturally.
but that's kind of what it's for. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like obviously courses have like yardage markers, and their books are probably like to the quarter yard.
everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you hit it offline and you want to know an exact distance from an odd line that you can't find in your book, then I think that's fine.
I think that's probably where you see people using it. I'll be interested to watch as the tournament goes on.
I want to see more. Yeah, I want to see
people
when
are
they
using it.
use it. Yeah,
Are they using it in clutch situations?
you got to figure you got to figure the guys are hit. The average distance is probably about 300, give or take 290 to 310, give or take. Like that's where you're gonna that's where your yardage book is gonna tell you the distance from is about 300. So it's 160 to the sand, 170 on. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So you're gonna have that information at your fingertips. But on the off chance that you're slightly offline or you shank a shot or something like that, you'll actually know the distance because you can't look at it in the book. You know what I mean? And I think that's fine for one event. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So that's one of the things to watch this week. The other thing, which it's kind of silly, but it's different, is this sandy area nonsense.
Oh, like the waste areas?
Yeah, there's no bunkers. There's sandy areas. So these guys are
so you can ground
their
your
clubs
Yeah, you
and
can ground
practice
your club,
swing and stuff.
Yeah.
I just find that it's kind of weird.
Well, I
it's
was
just
in
the way the
Florida. I
course
was in
is.
Florida for a week, and we played
Courses like that down there.
It's everywhere. You drive through. You drive through the waste areas. That's like the cart path. You know what I mean? But there was also bunkers like around the green that you couldn't drive in. There was like actual bunkers that you can't ground your club in. My only problem with that is like if it's like a waste area, people are walking through it. It's going to be
That's what Dustin Johnson
like
in 2010, right?
Yeah,
that's
of
what everyone
course.
brings up.
Yeah,
But you have these sandy areas.
What was that? Oakmont? I think it was Oakmont.
I believe it was
yeah.
Oakmont, yes.
But yeah, it's tough to hit out of that, especially if you have like carts drive. Like for us, like if carts are driving through and people are walking on it and stuff like that, you can't rake it. It's just a hazard area.
Right. In this situation, they have fans walking in it in a lot of cases.
Exactly.
So,
there might be trash over there, or garbage or something like that. I don't know. I don't hate them. I don't love them. It's kind of like whatever.
I mean, I don't have played in one of them. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The whole
about
grounding of the club doesn't really make a difference, even for us. Really,
Right.
I don't really ground my club into the grass when I take a swing, anyways.
Right.
Like I kind of like hover it like behind the ball. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really make a difference for me. But yeah, that's Southern golf. There's a lot of waste areas that you can drive in. You can ground your club in. But as Dustin found out, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't ground your club.
Absolutely. So what are you looking for going into the weekend in this tournament? I know we went through the scores. I don't imagine Corey Connors is going to be the guy to hang on. Victor Hovland was impressive though.
Hovland 3 under.
No one knew what was going to happen.
Keeks too.
Really.
Keegan always.
You see him put his tee shot into the
I did not know.
into the stands on
No.
18. But then he gets
18 is the hardest hole in the course. I heard.
Yeah.
That's what it was
He
playing.
put his tee shot into the seats. But then he gets a free drop from there, and it's all matted down because that's where people
goes
walk.
everywhere. Yeah,
And
so he had a nice crisp lie.
One of the commentators was like, oh, maybe that's gonna be the play of the week now. Just put your tee shot into the
Put your
stands,
t-shirts
get a
in
free
there, yeah.
drop because it's man-made obstruction, obviously.
Right. So yeah, let's go down real quick. We already told you Connors is a 2-shot lead over Bradley, Hovland, Koepka, Aaron Wise, and Horsfield. Davis tied for 8th at 2 under. Martin Laird. Talk about a blast from the past. Martin Laird. Defending champion Colin Morikawa.
No joke. Our good friend Daniel, who we're playing tomorrow, he wanted to bet on Martin Laird to win the thing.
Did not.
And I said, "There's no chance he's gonna win." Now
Or like a first round top 5. Like, what are we
jerk
doing?
is in contention. He's gonna kill me if Martin Laird ends up winning.
Imagine
and
that.
We would have won like
That would be
$25,000
crazy,
or
right?
something stupid.
Defending champion at Harding Park, Colin Morikawa at 2 under, 3 shots back. Philip, 2 under after a horrible start, right?
He if you open up his scorecard, he bogeyed like three of his first 4 holes, something like crazy.
So he bogeyed 4 out of his first 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy crap! And then
They
clean
spend it
card
all
on
the way
the
around.
clean card on the back. Yeah. What else we got? Gary Woodland 2 under. Big Daddy Duff, Jason Duffner 1 under with Terrell Hatton, Ricky Fowler, blast from the past, which is horrible to say. Padraig Harrington 1 under. DeChambeau even. John Rahm even. I'm trying to look at the Justin Rose even. Cameron Smith even.
How about JT and Rory struggle today?
I know.
Rory was the favorite coming in,
I know.
and he crapped himself.
So we got
JT kind of brought it back a little bit, I think. But
Henrik Stenson
great.
1 over.
Well, Henrik
Another
Stenson's
blast from the past. We haven't heard about him. Matsuyama, Schauffele, Charlie Hoffman, Wallace, Matthew Fitzpatrick, all at 1 over. And consult the PGA Tour app for the other scores because there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names. Patrick Reed and Ian Poulter, 2 over. That's
Just out of curiosity, what's the last place score?
So we've
Never heard
got T.
plus
Collette,
16.
plus 16.
He must have been a local pro.
John Daly, unfortunately, plus 13.
Most of those guys must have been local pros.
Yeah,
There's no way.
John Daly.
Some of the club pros.
Kevin Na plus 7. He had a rough day. Victor Perez, Max Homa 6 over. Oh man,
And he's in Bones is caddying for him.
I know. That's terrible.
So Bones will be on the cover.
He was only. I think he was only 1 or 2 over when I was on break. So he did not get it together on the back. But yeah.
So what are you looking for this weekend? Now, according to the Golf Channel, the wind is going to switch on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be opposite. Yeah.
So that's
and then I think Saturday
something
or Sunday it's supposed to swirl. So it's going to be coming from multiple directions. So yeah, I mean it's the island course for a reason, and yeah, carnage. I think today what was it 5 under and 3 under are the leaders, give or take.
And 3 under led for most of the
3
day.
under led for. That's why I'm saying 3 under. Yeah,
for a lot of the day.
I think there's carnage yet to come because that course played hard today in regular conditions, and add the weather into it, forget it.
So we'll have some coverage of that all weekend long as usual. The PGA Championship, and then obviously we're a month away from the U.S. Open, or a month or so from the U.S. Open,
and then another month away from the Open.
The Open. So it's definitely major season. Should be interesting. The other story that's circulating on the professional ranks, just real quick, we have a couple minutes left, is this Super League golf thing. Super League representatives are at the PGA Championship. They're reportedly meeting with players and their managers.
Is it the Premier Golf League or Super?
They changed their names to Super League.
So it's the same people.
SLG. That's what's being reported as anyway.
Oh crap!
Golf Digest. We haven't written much on it. It's just been busy locally, and just haven't got to it.
And they're offering dollars.
And the SLG recently said that more player offers are coming soon within the next couple of weeks. Now, all the PGA Tour guys, as the executives and the masters, and all these people, they said anyone that joins this new league,
they're banned from the PGA.
Can't play any events.
None.
So there's gonna be huge repercussions.
I mean, a guy. This is all oil money. These are all like Abu Dhabi, like Saudi Arabia guys that are trying to put this league together. Dude, they get a guy like DJ, Rory, Tiger. I mean, Tiger if he comes back. I mean, even still, they're throwing like
Right, 30 billion.
Probably
30 billion, right?
No, more than that. I'm thinking like in the hundreds to get somebody. Maybe not like Tiger, but like Rory or DJ or somebody like that. Victor Hovland, young guy. I'm thinking like 100, 200 million flat base, not on top of winnings, you know. So, I mean, I don't think any of them are going to do it just because of the
legacy. They play for the
I know.
the fact that they can't compete in the majors.
I know. They're never gonna be able to play Augusta again. They're never gonna be able to play, you know, Pebble Beach and all these U.S. Open things or the Open or anything like that. So I don't think any of them are gonna do it. Maybe some of the lower guys, like say, I don't know, like maybe a Kevin Kisner or maybe even like a Max Homo, Webb Simpson type of. Actually, Webb Simpson's pretty good. So anybody like that like hovers inside.
What about guys that are struggling to make it on the PGA Tour?
So scratch that. Talk about like maybe like a top 75 or over type of thing. You know what I mean? Hey, I mean, get a couple grand to go over there, and then the competition might be a little bit easier. Make a little bit more money. Who knows?
My dad wants to know: will Tiger be a Ryder Cup coach? The answer is yes.
Yes, I've heard this.
Steve Stricker wants him to be. Steve Stricker's already talked about it this week.
Yep.
He said that Tiger's already working on the Ryder Cup.
They're saying his bag is in his living room. Ricky Fowler went to the Masters. Ricky said his bag is to the left of his chair, so he can just stare at it.
And
it's absolutely crazy.
And so Steve Stricker wants him to be. Obviously, he has to. You know, he's got a long way to go. Stricker says. But the plan is, or their plan is, to have Tiger with them in
imagine
Whistling Straits.
Imagine that the players seeing Tiger just come up with his earpiece on and everything like that.
We'll see, but that is the plan according to Steve Stricker, who held a press conference earlier this week. It's both him and Harrington are playing.
And you forget he was the best player at the President's Cup in Australia.
So yes, that is the plan. So lots of things going on. No shortage of events for us on a Golf News RI level, and also us on a golf level ourselves. And obviously, big tournaments this week. We'll have a story on the PGA Championship up as soon as it ends. As soon as that final putt drops, there will be a story up on Golf News RI. So be sure to stay tuned for that coverage and other coverage over throughout the weekend. If anything crazy happens, usually these majors tend to have something screwy happen.
Of course,
especially the PGA, where it's on a different course with crazy conditions.
Island course. Yeah, let's go.
You know, something amazing can happen. In fact, one guy, Chris Catlin, I think his name is, he was penalized a stroke today for slow play. He's the first player in 8 years to receive a penalty. He's the first player in 8 years to receive a penalty for that in a major championship.
What is it?
So
what's the time limit for that? Is it like a minute or something like that? A minute and a half?
Yeah, you got like a minute something to hit your ball.
Like, good Lord.
So I mean, you know, he was not. He was the guy that Monday qualified. So. Okay. So maybe they're just busting his balls, but they said that he was the first player in a major championship in 8 years to receive that penalty. Wow. So anyway, that's a little nugget. So it's crazy things like that happen in these tournaments. It's kind of fun. It's good for page action. But anyways, so that's what we got tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow pin golf. Next week, busy week, high school. We got the first amateur qualifier, which is always exciting. And then we got NCAA championship later in the week, and we'll have coverage of Oklahoma and Georgia Tech as usual. And we'll see what else happens. So anyway, thanks to everybody for tuning in tonight. We ran 1 minute over, but that's all right. And we will talk to you soon. Again, stay tuned all weekend. Do you have any parting words? Famous last words?
Get out and play. It's supposed to be a nice weekend, baby. Let's go.
Right. So anyway, we will talk to everybody over the weekend. And obviously, we'll see you all next week on the Golf Dudes podcast. Same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. Bye-bye.